Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to our show. Welcome to having a wonderful day on this 21st May 2025. It is shitty outside. I want to apologize because this is part 2 of our season 3 of Trailer Park Boys. What happened? Well, it is cold outside. Right now it's like 8 degrees. So the battery drains faster, and you know me. When I start filming, I do a lot of videos. So I didn't have time to finish. So this is part 2 of season 3. We're kind of in a rush because I have to go. I do have to go give out some CVs in about 20 minutes. So let's finish this, not quickly, but properly and in a orderly fashion. My yank, what a pleasant thing to say. So we're going season 3. We finished on episode number 5, which is close to the art. So we have 6, 7, and 8 to do. Episode number 6. That's not it. Season 4. Episode number 6. Where is Randy fucking Barbecue? The simple fact that you're swearing in your title, is a picture perfect identity of the boys. This is actually really cool because this is such an important episode. There's so much going on in there. One of my favorite episodes. I'm realizing how good season 3 is when I analyze every single episode. Why it is? Well, there's really thing. It's more so like a filler episode, but there's so much going on. For example, we constantly talk about how Ricky is a good dad. I did this video this morning. I'm thinking about what was more important, having the tools or having the ability to plan, Ricky or Julian, right? So Ricky, although has the best intention to be a good dad, he teaches the kid to steal barbecue, right? And it's horrible because the bubble gets mad at him. It's like, yo, you're a dickhead. You're gonna teach them to be criminals. Then they're gonna end up in jail because they don't know better. That's all because you don't care. You're trying to make money, right? But at the same time, Ricky actually thinks that he's doing something good. He's teaching them something, right? And then, ultimately speaking, what happened is, Ricky goes in and his daughter's like, my father's gonna teach you his job, right? So Ricky does it for trade. He doesn't do it originally. He doesn't do it for cash. Then he sees cash, and with Ricky, you kind of forgive that because Ricky always has this complex of inferiority because of Julian. Julian is smarter. Julian is better with words. Julian is better in every shape. So because Ricky thinks that, he sees this opportunity to make money and like fuck Julian. That's my brain. It's a horrible idea, but it's an idea, right? With the fucking Randy Barbecue. The craziest thing about this episode is how good it is. For example, Leahy and Randy goes after Ricky and Julian for the barbecue. And you're like, we've been stealing barbecues for years. What's up right now? Then you realize that there was a gift from Leahy, and underneath, I like you, Randy. It is also the first episode where we meet Erica, which is Julian's girlfriend. Erica does play an important role in season 3 and season 4, but not that much. You'll see her in A Man Gotta Eat, which is season 4, episode 2, 420. Where's Randy fucking Barbecue? Am I forgetting something, huh? For sure. There's so much more than that. The episode. We get to, at the end, Leahy and Randy come out, which is kind of good, because again, we knew since season 1, but the show in itself was kind of like on the fence, which is normal for the time. We have a gay couple, but we don't want to have a gay couple. And yeah, it's a pretty good episode. There's some really sweet moments with Bubbles saying, this is my job, this is my passion. Bubbles, you think he's fixing carpet, he's also doing barbecue. Got a double-decker barbecue. It's really cool. Really good episode. Really, really good episode. And for once, you got freaking Julian who said, hey, this is not cool, man, but it's an opportunity to make money. So that was kind of crazy. Got the delusion of Jim Leahy. So the delusion of Jim Leahy is a direct follow-up of season 3, episode 6. It is actually quite cool because season 3, episode 6, which is where's Randy fucking Barbecue, ends up with the boys going in the trailer of Jim Leahy with a car and breaking it down. So Jim Leahy, because of that, becomes drunk. The boys are playing hockey, which is, again, you're supposed to take for the boys because they're the boys and they're playing hockey. But you end up taking for Jim Leahy. John Stonsworth, rest in peace, and Barry Botter. Why? Because his trailer is fucked up. His life is shitty. He just came out, and he did it as a way of being clean and being honest. But then nobody gives a shit. It's like, why do I even bother? And then that's the day that he got fired from the force. And even Randy says, whatever you do, please, today I'm asking you to fuck up. And this is a beautiful episode. Not so much for what's going on. Not so much for that. More so for the fact that Leahy has been pushing, and he's finally pushing back. So what happened when you push him to this extent? There's some gold mine in this one. For example, Leahy, what happened is they shoot a hockey puck on his window, and then he has his cop uniform, so he starts to wear it. And then he goes for it. And then Randy, because in love, is like, okay, well, let's go for it. I trust you. But then Leahy goes in and goes further. And this is why you see that Randy is an amazing character. Randy is Leahy if Leahy wasn't fucked with. So Leahy is a result of a dude who was pushed. Randy wasn't that pushed yet. He still has some good in him. He's still not biased by the world. If he sees a situation that's unjust, he's going to be opting for justice, which we love. There's a fantastic scene where he has a gun, which is an old gun. It's like, yo, I need to see Ricky and Julian. And then they tell Bubbles, please tell us. So then Bubbles imitate Ricky and Julian. And the funniest thing is, you see there's a scene. It's a couple seconds long, but it's amazing. Where you see Bubble in the window talking, and you can hear him. So that's beautiful. Once again, Ricky and Julian are in jail. And this is a really, 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 really meaningful thing. It does show that even when Leahy is completely almost blackout drunk, he still sees Bubbles as this good person, but it doesn't put Bubble in jail. So Bubble goes in to save them. We have Lucy actually calling her lawyer, and her lawyer, which is cool because it's the same lawyer that we had from season 3 episode 1 when she went into child support, which was a shitty move, but then she's doing something right. And it goes to say, and it always will go to say, Trailer Park Boys' biggest strength is not the number of characters that introduce, it's how you use them. The Trailer Park is a small place. Don't give me 200 characters. Give me 20, but use them correctly, right? And that is pretty much it. There's also a really good place. There's a really good moment in this episode where J-Rock is making music. He's being too loud, and Leahy comes in and breaks his radio. And then you want to feel bad. You want to feel bad for J-Rock because he lost his radio, and Leahy is drunk. He's crazy. And at the same time, that's one little thing. Leahy possibly told J-Rock, lower your volume, and the answer was probably fuck you, right? And ultimately speaking, you understand where J-Rock is coming from, but you also understand where Leahy is coming from. It's a question of, do you think that it's injustice that he broke a radio, or do you think it's injustice that he kept on playing his music too loud, right? That's actually pretty cool. Season 3, episode 8, the Shit Leopard cannot take out his stain. And this is the finale of season 3, and possibly one of the best episodes. So in this episode, you heard by the title, if Shit Leopard cannot change his spot. And for the longest of time, actually this is the first time when I'm realizing what the title truly means. So we got Erica, and they had this cruise. Remember the first part of this video? They had this cruise, and the plan was to get this cruise. So there's 8 tickets, and one of the tickets was for Erica. Now what happened is there's a fuck up. Ricky ticket was the last one, was the bonus one. Ricky didn't call, so they didn't get a ticket. So Erica comes in. So then at first it's super cool because Trinity is like, Dad, I want you to be, my apologies, Dad, I want you to be with us when it comes to Christmas. And it lighted up a switch for Ricky. It's like, I have been a shitty father. I have been a really, really, really shitty father. I've done some horrible things. My daughter deserves it. So the plan is to take Trinity on a cruise. But because Ricky doesn't have cruise ticket, he's not going to be able to spend his Christmas on a cruise. Now, there's a really cool scene here where Ricky's like, I don't want to be alone. You realize that he doesn't want to be alone. He can go back to jail because he has friends there and be able to enjoy himself. There's another really, really cool part. Corey and Trevor actually take it for themselves. They're like, oh, we need some cash for Ricky, so we'll steal the ATM bank. This is the first time where Corey and Trevor actually do something on their own volition. Something stupid, but something out of their own volition. Erica is supposed to stop Ricky because she loves Julian, because now they're a couple. So for example, right, what I forgot to say is, what the fuck is Randy's barbecue? They do such a story for us, and then Julian is able to say, please don't arrest him. And she's like, why is this barbecue so important? Then Julian tells her what's beneath it. He tells her they're being a gay couple, and it's like, I'm the only one that knows. And for Erica, it's like, okay, well, Julian, you're a really good dude for not saying this. So it's really sweet. But then, so Erica, she's a good character because she has this moral high ground. I could stop you, but I'm not gonna, because it's not a big deal. For example, in season 4, episode 2, A Man's Gotta Eat, she finds Randy and Julian prostituting. And she's like, I could stop you, but you guys are so worse, such a bad shape, I'm not gonna let you go. Why? Because she feels pity for Julian. She feels pity for Randy, which is really cool. That being said, in season 8, season 3, episode 8, Ricky goes on a rampage. And the craziest thing is, Ricky doesn't start on a rampage. He gets pushed. Although less than Leahy, which we just saw get pushed enough, but a little bit. So Ricky's like, okay, well, I'm gonna have my meal with you. I'll have a meal with you. You get high and have a party, and then he gets stopped, and then he goes crazy. He's like, okay, well, I want you to go in jail. So he keeps committing crime, he keeps committing crime, and he keeps committing crime, and he keeps committing crime. And the whole time, he's prompting Erica to stop him. But then Julian goes behind him and destroy all evidence, so they don't have evidence towards him. The whole time, it's Leahy that give me the mistake. So Leahy sees Trinity with a tire, and then he's like, hey, Trinity, honey. No, Ricky says, Trinity, honey, where are you going with that tire? And Trinity's like, Dad, I'm borrowing it. Remember with Brandy's barbecue? We say we're borrowing barbecue. And he says, don't do that. Don't commit crime. You never ever steal. Because Ricky wants better for Trinity, which is a conscious take on his own life. He wanted better for himself, but he couldn't. And then Leahy says, a shit leopard never loses shit streak. And you think about that. You think that's Ricky. However, what ended up happening, which is really cool, is that's amazing, to be honest. That's amazing. So Trevor and Corey, they come back and they build the ATM machine, and they open it, and then Julian gets splashed, and then Erica's like, yo, Julian, you're splashed with the blue dye. So when what you do is, there's blue dye to show that it's really hard to take out. So they'll show you that, hey, this is a criminal. And then she tells Julian, are you involved in this? And she's like, no, I'm not involved in this. It's Randy and Leahy. And then she takes away Julian for jail. And she says, I love him. He's a criminal, but I love him. And then you realize the most important thing. A shit leopard cannot change his spot was Julian. He was a criminal, and no matter how good he has in him, he is still a criminal. The season ended with Ricky saying, I got trailer park supervisor, Leahy's in jail, I'll become trailer park supervisor. It's a really good thing. You see the people on the cruise, which is really cool. However, Julian went to jail for Ricky, and Ricky didn't go to jail for Julian. That's shitty. It's a great season. I have to go give out some CVs. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. See you tomorrow or today for season 4.